what's up everybody, I'm SuperSonicJB and don't mind me, just throwing away some old junk. Let's see, I don't need this or this, none of this crap, this, and especially not this. Wait, did I still have my receipt for all that? Well, now I got rid of all that junk. It gets us time to go out and get some new junk. Unfortunately, when I went to the junk store the other day, they were literally sold out of everything. So if I wanted to get any new junk, I guess I could always add mods to Breath of the Wild and get junk from there. I hope that'll work. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Such a wonderful and amazing game. It truly is one of the greatest video games ever made. But you want to know what could have made it even better? This. Yep, that was Link riding Thomas the Tank Engine. Isn't it amazing? Now what you just saw there was a mod made for Breath of the Wild. Since Breath of the Wild has been around for 5 years now, a lot of people have started making custom mods in the game to help change things up and make it more interesting. Some of the mods are absolutely groundbreaking and change the game's story, some help improve gameplay mechanics, and some are very questionable. And this video marks my 100 Breath of the Wild video. I want to celebrate by taking a look at some of these custom mods. So let's check out some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild mods. Let's start things off with something simple. Here's a mod that lets you play as Zelda. And it doesn't change the gameplay at all, but it is pretty cool fighting some goblins as Zelda. Just look at how cute she is, mauling innocent creatures. She even has her own voice lines, but considering I already don't like her voice acting in this game, I'll just mute it and add that one good line she had in Smash Ultimate.
Stow your fear. It's now or never.
And if playing as Zelda wasn't cool enough for you, here's a mod that lets you play as Linkle. You know that one character from Hyrule Warriors? Anybody remember her? Okay, again the gameplay here is exactly the same, but at least she looks cute. Heck, you even get some custom outfits that you can put on her. My favorite is a Fierce Deity outfit, cause she looks badass with it on. Heck, you even walk around through Gerudo Town with no issues at all. Nice to know that they actually acknowledge me as a woman now. Yeah, there's a lot of fun and interesting character mods you can use in this game. Here's one where you play as Mario himself. Yeah, he does look pretty weird, not gonna lie, but it is pretty funny seeing Mario run around Hyrule like this. Plus you can use Cappy as a weapon, which is freaking awesome. But what about this mod where you play as Minecraft Steve? Yeah, I'll be honest, this mod looks pretty weird looking. I mean, Steve just doesn't look right in this setting in my opinion. I mean, what's next? Are they gonna put Link in Minecraft? Oh. Well, they kinda did here. Yep, this is a mod where Link can run around a Minecraft map. Now, yeah, Link may not look right in this blocky world, but this is an actual pretty nice mod to play through. He even plays the shrine music, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do in this mod. You just run around the world of Minecraft and explore. It also does suck that you can't break any of the blocks, but it's still pretty fun to run around and explore here. Or what about this mod, where you can play as Samus from Metroid? She can wear a full suit or go full Zero Suit Samus. There's also new sound effects added to the game using this mod, and there's even some Metroid music added. Heck, you can even glide using a Metroid, which is freaking awesome! You can even drive Samus' ship around Hyrule. It can't shoot, but it is still really cool looking. You know how in Breath of the Wild it's your job to save the champions? Well, screw that! Let's play as the champions instead! What the heck? Why are you throwing Urbosa out of Gerudo Town? It doesn't make any sense at all! Man, look at Ravioli flying around through the air. He doesn't even need a paraglider because he's got wings. At last, Mipha is finally reunited with her younger brother. How adorable! And then there's this mod where you can play as Sora from Kingdom Hearts. He even wields a Keyblade which he can fight with, which is freaking awesome. His face does look a little weird though, so if he offers you some candy, then you probably should just walk away. And here's an absolutely amazing mod where you play as Sonic Man! Yep, everyone's favorite character, Sonic Man, is now a playable character in Breath of the Wild. It's really funny to see this guy travel across Hyrule and kill some goblins. Heck, you can even ride a Sonic bike, which is pretty funny, not gonna lie. And it's not just Link who can get in on the fun of modding, even the enemies and NPCs can be modded. Take the Hinoxes for example. Here's a mod where you can turn a Hinox into Shrek. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I'll be honest, this is probably one of my favorite mods in this entire game. It's just so funny seeing Shrek try to kill Link in this game. It may just be a model swap, but it changed my life for the better. Or you can turn a Stalnox into Dry Bowser, which is also pretty cool. He can't breathe fire, which does kinda suck, but at least he looks more intimidating than this picture of SpongeBob. That's a plus, right? If you ever wanted to have a Pokemon battle in a Zelda game, then here's a mod where Zolfos are replaced with Charizards. They're super scary looking, especially when they group together. And just listen to that battle cry! I almost pissed myself there. I never thought I'd see the day. There's trees in Hyrule! Heck yeah! So here we have a mod where you play as a goose from the Untitled Goose game on the Switch, which is actually a pretty fun game, not gonna lie. This is just such a hilarious and adorable mod to play through. The fact that you can pull the Master Sword as a goose, it's just the greatest thing on earth. Just running around Hyrule wielding weapons and doing backflips as a goose is enough to keep me entertained. Of course, you can always try a classic mod where you play as Waluigi. If you thought he was sexy in the Mario games before, then man, are you in for a treat here. The only thing that would make this mod better was if he had his own theme song added. Thankfully, through the power of editing, I can fix this.
I'm Waluigi, I just wanna win. You can't defeat me 'cause I'll always win. I win. You can't beat me, I'm Waluigi.
Now there's more than character or enemy mods to try out, like all the different weapon modes. Take for example this guitar. Now why is Link using a guitar to fight? Well obviously because he wants to rock and roll all night and party every day. Okay, I'm so sorry for that joke. Please don't leave. Heck, you can even wield a lightsaber and pretend you're a Star Wars character. No, Moblin, you aren't my father! Tingle is! Or you could replace your shield with SpongeBob. Cause come on, why wouldn't you want to do that? SpongeBob is all I need in this game to beat Ganon, that's for sure. Of course, one of the nicest mods ever made in this game is the crafting mod. In this mod, you can craft weapons, bows, shields, and even arrows. This is definitely one of the most convenient mods out there. The original game didn't have anything like this. If a weapon broke, you just had to find a new weapon somewhere else. But thanks to this mod, I can just rebuild the weapons I lost. There's also new materials added to the game that you'll need for crafting, like the ancient alloy and steel. You can find these crafting stations at any stables and towns. Hopefully this becomes a thing in the Breath of the Wild sequel. Of course, if you don't want to craft weapons, you can just add a mod where your weapons never break. This definitely makes the game way easier to play through, and killing enemies is way less stressful. Now this next mod is one of my personal favorites. Here we have the Breath of the Wild Randomizer mod. In this mod, everything is random. The weapons are randomized, the food is randomized, the outfits are randomized, and even the enemies are randomized. The funniest part is that you can see the items as one thing, then you pick them up, and there's something completely different. That's not a tree branch, that's a Savage Lionel sword, which is way lamer. Another thing that this randomizer does is that it sometimes randomly spawns in enemies at any locations. I could just be taking a stroll through a shrine and a bunch of guardians spawning out of nowhere on me, which is just great. Also, sometimes you can just randomly turn off stuff like your ruins on the Sheikah Slate and even saving your game, which can definitely be pretty annoying sometimes. Heck, even the paraglider is randomized in a Great Plateau, so trying to find it could be a big pain. Also, sometimes you can just randomly get items out of nowhere. Oh, I got the climbing stuff! That sure was super hard getting this! Heck, even the spirit orbs are randomized, so after you beat a shrine, you might not even get a reward in the end. Something to keep in mind here is that the Korok seeds are not randomized, which I'm definitely thankful for. Imagine only getting Korok seeds over and over again while just trying to find a weapon. You also have the option to put the Calamity Ganon fight on lockdown. In order to unlock it, you gotta get the Master Sword, which you could just do the campfire glitch to get, so no big deal. You can interact with the pedestal at the very beginning to adjust the rule set. And no, the Divine Beasts are not randomized because that would be even more chaotic. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the Breath of the Wild Randomizer. Overall, it's a super fun mod that I definitely recommend for any people to try. And here's another really awesome mod called Breath of the Wild Second Wind. This mod acts as a big expansion to the original game. The mod includes so many new features, like some new main quests, 20 more shrine quests, new weapons, a mini dungeon, new bosses, and even Ordon Village from Twilight Princess is back, which thank God it is. You can also collect some of the masks from Majora's Mask, which is really awesome. All of this new content is so fun to play through. It really does feel like another DLC expansion add-on that should have been in the game to begin with. It's definitely a pretty challenging mod to play through though, but a very fun one nonetheless. Some other cool mods in this game include things like turning every enemy in the game into a guardian. Yeah, that one wasn't very fun. Or you could turn every enemy into a Lionel, which is also super frustrating, and it leads to a lot of crashes. And there's even mods that let you cover the whole map in lava or water, and wow, these mods are absolutely insane. And then there's this hilarious mod that changes all the text in the game. Just looking at the main menu screen makes me really question things. Yeah, I think it's time to move on to the last mod. So the last mod I wanted to take a look at today is the Legend of Zelda Relics of the Past. This is a mod of Breath of the Wild, but everything is way harder here. For instance, the game gives you some ridiculously strong weapons from the very beginning, because you'll be fighting more guardians, Lionels, gold enemies, etc. There's also some new tricky puzzles you gotta solve in order to complete certain areas in the game. And man, did they buff the guardians big time by giving them even more armor / resistance to some weapons. The Divine Beasts are also more challenging to get through with all the new enemies and puzzles inside them. And the hardest part is you have to fight a whole army of gold enemies and guardians before you can even face Calamity Ganon. Like, take a chill pill, game! And yeah, that's all I really have to say about Relics of the Past. Overall, it's a great mod that I really enjoyed, and I recommend it to anyone who thought Breath of the Wild was too easy for them. Well, those are all the mods I wanted to talk about in this game, and who knows, maybe I'll look at some other ones in the future. As for me, I got rid of all my junk, and now I'm really regretting it right now. I wonder if there's a mod that'll let me get all my stuff back. Close enough.